Okay, good morning everyone. Esteemed college and our respected lecturers, my name is Tsabithat Azmi and I am a member of Group 1. It is a privilege to stand before you today. I would like to begin by acknowledging my dedicated Raya, who will be exploring digital tools for speaking, Milady, who will delve into reading, and Cheryl, who will examine writing. Together, we form a comprehensive team analyzing the digital ecosystem for language acquisition. My specific focus today is on a skill that forms the very bedrock of communication listening. It is the primary channel through which we receive language, and without strong listening comprehension, development of other skills like speaking and pronunciation becomes significantly more challenging, as noted by Rhodes in his seminal works. Teaching and researching listening. Effective listening is not a passive act but an active process of constructing meaning, a process that is crucial for language learners to engage in authentically. In our digitally driven era, the ways we can teach and practice this critical skill have evolved dramatically. Today I will introduce you to one of the most prominent tools in this landscape. Duolingo will often recognized for its gamified approach to vocabulary and grammar. I will argue and demonstrate that it is also a profoundly effective platform for developing English listening proficiency, particularly at the foundational and intermediate levels. My presentation will provide a deep dive into its application, supported by academic research, practical demonstration, and pedagogical recommendation. Number 2. Overview of tools. This segment is the core of my presentation where I will move beyond a superficial overview and into a detailed analysis. While I will mention a few other tools for context, my primary focus will be a comprehensive evaluation of Duolingo, the landscape of digital listening tools. Before we zero in our Duolingo, it is important to recognize the content in which it exists. The digital world offers a spectrum of tools for listening. Authentic media platforms like BBC Learning English or YouTube, which provide exposure to real-world language but often lack the structure, scarce, formal monologues with comprehension quizzes. Comprehensive language apps. This is where Duolingo resides. It is distinguished itself by integrating listening practice directly into a self-progressive learning path, making it not just a practice tool but a teaching tool. Now let's turn our full attention to Duolingo. Duolingo is a premium language learning platform that was launched in 2000 in 2012. Its mission, as stated on its official website, is to develop the best education in the world and make it universally available. It has grown into one of the most downloaded educational apps globally, known for its short game-like listening. Crucially, listening comprehension is not a separate key features and function for listening. Duolingo employs several exercise types specifically Designed to train the ear audio-based multiple choice. The app plays a spoken phrase and the user must select the correct written translation or transcription for option. How to access accessibility is one of its greatest strengths. It is available via web browser on its official website Duolingo, mobile application for both iOS and Android device. How to access accessibility is one of its greatest strengths. It is available via web browser on its official website Duolingo.com, mobile application for both iOS and Android device through their respective app store. The multi-platform presents support learning anywhere, anytime, which is a key factor in promoting consistent practice of vital element for improving listening skill. Okay, next, key feature and function for listening. Duolingo employs several exercise types specifically designed to train the ear. Audio-based multiple choice, the app plays a spoken phrase. The user must select the correct written translation or transcription from option. This builds sound meaning connection, speech recognition, and dictation. This is perhaps the most critical feature for listening. A sentence is spoken often at a natural speed, and the user must type it out verbatim. This forces intense auditory focus and discrimination of individual words and connects speech. Listening only exercise in later stage exercise remove the text entirely, requiring the user to understand the spoken prompt to match pictures of answered questions. Duolingo Stories. This is a premium feature for listening. These are interactive graded dialogues where user listen to a conversation between the characters and must answer comprehension questions to progress. The narrative are engaging and context-rich. Slow playback option for beginners may exercise allow the audio to be played at a slower speed, providing crucial scaffolding. Example from the classroom activity. Duolingo listening is great to move beyond individual practice. Here is a detailed collaborative classroom activity I have designed. Objective to improve bottom-up listening skill, decoding sound and words, and top-down skill using context for comparison in a collaborative setting. Level A2 to B1. Materials: one smartphone or tablet per one group of 3 until 4 students with the Duolingo app installed. Procedure: 1. Set up 5 minutes. Divide the class into groups. Assign each group a specific set of Duolingo lessons. Circuit: in their group, students take turns completing a listening exercise. One student operates the phone, another listens and suggests answer, and a third write down the new vocabulary heard. They must collaborate to get the correct answer. The teacher circulates, facilitating discussion and providing clarification. Synthesis and discussion. The class reconvenes. Each group shares one challenging sentence they encountered and the vocabulary they noted. Benefits and possible challenges. Based on both of the platform design and academic research, we can identify clear benefit and limitation. Benefit and possible challenge. Based on both the platform's designs and academic research, we can identify clear benefits and limitations. Benefits: scaffolded learning. The progressive difficulty of listening exercise ensures learners are not overwhelmed study by settles and murder. While that Duolingo's personalized review system helps in the long-term retention of language items, including auditory forms, high motivation and engagement, the gamified elements, strict points, encourage daily practice, which is essential for training the ear to a new language. Focus on decoding. The dictation exercises are exceptionally good for helping learners parse the sounds of fluent speech into discrete words. Accessibility and cost being largely free, it democratizes access to quality listening practice. Possible challenge: limited authenticity. While Duolingo uses text-to-speech and some human voice, the audio can sometimes lack the full range of emotion, background noises, and spontaneous features of real unscripted conversation. Lack of strategic training. The app does not explicitly teach listening strategies such as inferring meaning from context or recognizing discourse markers. This must be supplemented by the teacher repetitiveness. The exercise formats can become predictable, which might reduce engagement for some learners over time. Now let's move from theory to practice. I will now guide you through a live demonstration of Duolingo listening features to make this concept tangible. First, you can see the clean, intuitive interface. As I log in, the app immediately directs me to continue my personalized path. Let's select a lesson on custom. Here is a classic listening exercise. Play in the audio. She needs to declare her goods. That is to tap the correct words from the jumble option below. Display word recognition from sound. Now let's look at a more advanced dictation exercise. Play the audio, which is the faster the traveler was unsure about. Finally, I want to show you a Duolingo story. Open a story and play the first few lines of dialogue. Here learners are immersed in a contextual conversation. They listen and then answer questions about the main ideas and details, moving beyond single sentence to paragraph level comprehension. For teachers, the dashboard also provides valuable data on student progress. In conclusion, my presentation has delved into the significant role that Duolingo can play in developing English listening skills. We have moved beyond seeing it as a simple vocabulary game and have uncovered its sophisticated integrated approach through its scaffolded exercise from basic word recognition to complex dictation and narrative comprehension. It provides consistent, engaging, and personalized practice that is essential for building listening proficiency. So, thank you for your kind attention and engagement. I am now happy to answer any question you may have.